And we wait then for the season to resume. 5 lights ahead of the drivers. It's lights out and away we go. It's a decent start at the back from one of the Toro Rossos, but Hamilton has got ahead of Vettel and Rosberg ahead of Webber. Going into turn 1, and who's that coming around the outside? Jenson Button, as they all get squeezed through La Source. The 2 Lotuses, Grosjean forcing Raikkonen off the track a bit and down towards Eau Rouge we run now. Lewis Hamilton from Sebastian Vettel, and then comes Nico Rosberg and Jenson Button, and Mark Webber is already down, losing a couple of places at the start. It's another poor start for Mark Webber as Sebastian Vettel now pressurizes Lewis Hamilton on the Kemmel straight, and even halfway down the Kemmel straight, Sebastian Vettel is into the lead, and he's been pressurized by Hamilton, and Button tries to go around the outside of Rosberg before he gets squeezed at the Le Combe chicane. A hill start at Spa, where it's lights out and away we go, and Hamilton gets an absolute flyer from second on the grid, and he's ahead of Rosberg, who's been challenged by Sebastian Vettel going around the outside. Ricciardo and Alonso keeping their nose clean on the inside there, and they're wheel to wheel with Alonso just ahead of Ricciardo as they head down the hill, and there's contact at the back, but it's Hamilton who leads them into Eau Rouge.
Now remember, the Red Bull's got tremendous straight line speed, and especially if they're using their electrical power at the end of the straight, so Hamilton will be very wary of that Red Bull behind him, and so he should be.
And this is where Sebastian Vettel took the lead last year and took Lewis Hamilton, and he's trying to go around the outside of Le Combe. Hamilton is just in there as Sebastian Vettel has to go straight on, has to slow down, and loses a place to Nico Rosberg. So it's Mercedes 1-2 once more.
And they'll be glad to see the green flag being waved in the background. It's lights out, away we go. Vettel, I think, got the better start there. The 2 Force India starting well too, but Lewis Hamilton into turn 1 in the lead. On the inside, Valtteri Bottas is being challenged by Kimi Raikkonen. Down the inside goes Max Verstappen as well, and Daniel Ricciardo to protect his place. And as they head now down towards Eau Rouge, there's Kevin Magnussen making a move on one of the Force Indias. I think that was Esteban Ocon who lost out just a little bit. Up Bradion we go. Hamilton leads Vettel, who's got a good slipstream now, and will be challenging all the way to the Le Combe chicane. Bottas and Raikkonen come after that, and behind Verstappen, Ricciardo pulling out to the outside as well. Vettel challenging into the Le Combe. Lewis Hamilton stays out in. He's like a thoroughbred trying to get off the reins, Sebastian Vettel. He wants to get going. Hamilton acting as the reins, not allowing it at the moment, and soon Hamilton will feel the safety car is far enough out of the way.
Here he goes.
And that's where he goes, right there, right then. Sebastian Vettel will now commence the chase as we head towards the bus stop chicane, and we can go racing again. Hamilton leads this race then from Sebastian Vettel, Valtteri Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo and Kimi Raikkonen, and overshooting there into the chicane. One car got the braking horribly late. Now down towards La Source. Ricciardo pulls out to have a go. Vettel has a little look. None of them can get close enough. There's Esteban Ocon, and on the inside Kevin Magnussen trying to steal a point. And Sebastian Vettel's got a really good slipstream now, going down through Eau Rouge at 200 miles an hour. Hamilton leads. Vettel is right behind him. The gap is less than a car length. Sebastian Vettel pulls to one side. The championship leader is alongside Lewis Hamilton. The championship leader edges ahead. Hamilton fights back. Hamilton protects the lead. Kimi Raikkonen on the inside of Bottas. Ricciardo in third.
But now it's all about the next 44 laps.
Very late forming up there from Van Dorn.
But he's there, and as are the other 19 cars. And it's lights out and away we go here at Spa. Hamilton gets away well, Perez as well, covering his teammate. Hamilton moves over to cover up Sebastian Vettel, and there's locking up in a crash, and Fernando Alonso goes over the top there of Charles Leclerc's Sauber. Also involved Nico Hülkenberg in the Renault. Hamilton down through Eau Rouge, continues to lead though, ahead of Sebastian Vettel, Esteban Ocon and Sergio Perez. Up to the top of Radion, and Magnussen has made up places at the start, but here comes Sebastian Vettel. He's neck and neck with Lewis Hamilton. Vettel is alongside and ahead. Ocon is also ahead. They're 4 abreast going into Le Combe. Vettel ahead of Hamilton, ahead of Perez, ahead of Ocon, ahead of Verstappen. Wow!
Most devastating, tragic of weekends, but as Lando Norris said, we'll go out, do our race and see what we can do. And it's lights out and away we go. Great start from Albon. Sainz has stalled on the grid. Sebastian Vettel tucks in behind Charles Leclerc. Lewis Hamilton on the inside, trying to get in. Vettel, and Kimi Raikkonen has been made contact with and is bouncing over the curb, as is Nico Hülkenberg back there in the Renault as well. Charles Leclerc leads them down through Eau Rouge from Hamilton, and Vettel and Bottas in fourth. Behind Bottas comes Verstappen, and we see them now on the Kemmel straight. A long lead there for Charles Leclerc. Here comes Sebastian Vettel again. He's going wheel to wheel with Lewis Lewis Hamilton. The Ferrari is ahead and into second place as Bottas tucks behind his teammate into fourth.